I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
I learned that trick from Casey a couple vlogs ago. Pretty nifty, huh? What's up all you swell people? I'm so happy to have you here today. My name's Jason Kirchie. This is Swell Runner Overland, and today I am very, very excited to share with you a very detailed rig walk-around video of the ultimate luxury, I mean this thing's mind-blowing, overland vehicle, the EarthRoamer. So make sure you're subscribed to our channel if you aren't already. Hit that little bell button so you're notified whenever we come out with a new movie, and don't forget to hit the like button if you like it before you forget, because I always forget. So do it right now. Oh, and if I don't see you before Christmas, I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, or Happy Hanukkah, or whatever it is you celebrate. I hope that this season is just, I hope it's great for you.
So he's going to be able to answer in depth on the technical,
Okay.
so if you don't, I think that would be a great.
Yeah, this is built on a 550 chassis. Yep.
Okay, so what we're looking at is we're looking at an EarthRoamer XV-LTS. I'm not really sure where this falls in their lineup. I know that they've got a couple of different options out there. This thing, I can't really wait to get into it. It's, like I said a second ago, it's literally, it's built on the Ford F550 platform. It's a crew cab, 4 doors, and I don't even know the power plant that it has in this. Maybe we discuss that in a couple of minutes. But the thing is, it's a monster. It's huge.
So it's a chassis cab, and then we do the whole outfitting and sell it as a complete EarthRoamer unit.
Okay. So how long does it take to build something like this?
It's right about 12 weeks.
Okay.
We build 6 trucks at a time, so there's one delivering every 2 weeks. So we're currently booked out until the beginning of April of next year. And we'll do 21 trucks this year and probably around 25, 26 next year, and just kind of keep moving with demand. You can also do super cab.
Okay.
So if you want to shorten the wheelbase a little bit.
And super cabs just, you have seats in the back with no doors.
There's still doors.
Okay.
So you can open the front cab doors and then the rear half doors.
Okay.
So it is actually kind of nice if our customers are not going to carry 2 other people, but they want the storage behind the cab. It's really great for photography because you can have both doors wide open, have all your gear set up right behind the seats there.
So you've got tires on there. Are they mud terrains?
Technically, yes. So we're running a Continental MPT 81.
Okay.
It's going to be a 41-inch tire, and I believe they're a 22 ply. The rim is a 20, so we're running a Hutchinson beadlock.
Okay.
It's a DOT beadlock that has an inner bead, so basically you have 2 pieces of the wheel that bolt together to hold the tire on.
Okay.
And that's going to allow you to run much lower tire pressures for off-road use.
Right.
And not allow the bead of the tire to come off in a extreme situation.
What pressure would you run on this in like just normal off-road terrain?
Normal off-road terrain, I would probably run like 40 in the rear and 20 up front. Just
what do you run on highway?
On highway, we're running 40 in the front and 94 in the rear.
So what sort of clearance do we have?
It's about 12.5 inches from the pumpkin to the ground.
Does it have rear lockers?
It does not.
Okay. Does it have, so no locking differentials at all?
No locking, but it is limited slip in the rear.
Okay.
We just really haven't found the need for lockers yet.
Yeah.
Lockers put a lot of stress on the mechanics of the axle and everything, especially with the weight of the truck. So the situations that the truck's going to be in, that's why we run front and rear winches. If you feel like you're starting to get stuck, stop.
And winch it up.
And yeah, assess the situation.
What kind of articulation do you have? I mean, I don't see a whole lot of room, and you probably aren't wanting to be in like a lot of cross-axle scenarios anyway, right? But
it's actually really good.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
So the way the Ford chassis is built, you do have flex in the frame, And then the way our camper's mounted, we have two solid mounts in the front with rubber isolators, and then a pivot mount in the rear. So it's going to allow the chassis to flex underneath the camper without putting that stress into the camper. But the articulation is pretty amazing on it.
And it has low range, I assume. So you've got four-wheel drive, low range.
And then we're running 488 gears, so we can order that from Ford from the factory, which is nice to match our 41-inch tires.
What is the gross vehicle weight?
So on this truck, we're right around 18,500 pounds.
18,500 pounds. So naturally, what rated winch? Does it come with winches, or is that like an add-on kind?
So front winch is standard, rear winch is optional. And there's 16.5s front and rear.
So this thing is pretty capable. I mean, it has an amazing chassis, plenty of power, huge tires, a lot of clearance, and apparently it's got a lot of flex and articulation, not only from the suspension, but from the frame. Unimogs have this. Don't quote me on that. But this thing is huge. I mean, you wouldn't want to take it on tight trails or super technical trails like Hell's Revenge or something like that in Moab, or would you?
Yes, yeah. We've, since we know the trucks pretty well, and we need to test them, we've taken them on some pretty intense trails. So I don't know if you know Stony Pass in Colorado. It's a pretty tight one. I got to the top of that and I had a bunch of Jeep guys like, how did this make it up?
How did you do this?
Yeah. So off-road capability is quite surprising.
What kind of degree of lean are these things capable of? You have any idea?
Last year at Expo, we had one of our customers run the off-road course in his truck. He hit 21 degrees. Wow. And it wasn't going over. That's probably, like you said, 20 degrees feels pretty gnarly. So that's probably as far as I would go, just because you wouldn't want to roll one of these over. But I was pretty impressed with 21 degrees. So I think that's a good point. You know, if you hit that, you're still safe, but I wouldn't go past it.
I know you're super impressed already, but just wait until you see the inside. I mean, this thing it's rugged and off-road capable, but it's like luxury nice. It's crazy.
So we order the F550 chassis and a Lariat from the factory, so it's the most we can get from Ford. And then we do items inside as well. So looking at the front, full dashboard navigation in the center, and then that also allows us to hook up auxiliary cameras to that center screen. So we use Ford's screen. All right, so right off the bat we have the backup camera, and then we can switch on the chassis camera, which is going to give us a good view of the underside of the truck. You can see the two rear tires back there. And that's our night vision camera. And this actually looks like a newer unit. I haven't seen the programming on this one yet, but it's actually got identification of movement. So it's gonna, what this is really good for if you're driving down the road and a deer comes into the picture, it's gonna put a block around it and say, hey.
Yeah, you got movement.
Yep.
That's super cool.
So this is gonna be the best of the best from Ford. We have heated and cooled seats. Fantastic. Heated seats when they came out, I mean, they were great, but cooled seats,
it's like the best.
It's great.
Who wants to heat leather? Well, you want the heated leather seats in the winter's great, but hot leather seats in the summer is not fun.
Yeah, it's it's sticky. You're climbing in and out of it. Not anymore.
Yeah.
We've got a Yaesu ham radio down here. Yeah, that's right. This is our E-level controller for the air ride. So we can we have preset settings 1, 2, and 3. That's gonna give us our height of the truck for driving on-road or off-road. When you're parking for camp, it does not have auto level, but there is a app for the system as well. So you can actually go to the back of the camper, control the system via your phone, level the truck from the back and set it. The factory console actually sits where the armrests are sitting now. And we modify the console to lower it for ease of getting back through the pass-through. So we do have a pass-through cab to camper on this unit. That's standard on every unit. And then, so we drop that down for ease of access through the seats, and then we custom upholster armrests to match the Ford seats. This is our vehicle systems monitor, so we can monitor our freshwater levels, gray water levels, our power usage, camper batteries, truck batteries, so it's an all-inclusive kind of information center for the truck.
Sure.
And then the gauge above that is for our fuel tanks. So we have 100 gallons on board. We have a main tank that comes with the truck, which is 40 gallons, and then a 60-gallon auxiliary tank. So that's going to give us a range of right around 1,000 miles, kind of depending on driving conditions.
You have gray water tank and black water tank?
Yep. So gray water's 26 gallon, fresh water's 85 gallon, and then we use a cassette system, so it's a 5-gallon cassette.
Okay.
But you can, you know, if you have a bigger family, you can carry an extra cassette with you.
What's a cassette?
So it's a tank basically that you can drain into a toilet.
Okay.
So you're not limited to going to a black water drain station. You can stop at a rest stop, drain it. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can bury it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, got
it. Standard is a bench seat in the rear.
Okay.
Now, since we have the pass-through, we want to have a good space to walk in between the truck and camper.
Sure.
So we actually custom upholster and build rear captain's chairs for the truck.
Okay.
And then we do have different options. So if you're not planning on carrying anyone else in the truck, we do what we call a dog platform. So that'll be a raised platform off the floor that has storage underneath, but it's a flat surface to store your bags, camera gear, crates of tools, all that kind of stuff.
Tell me about these controllers up here.
So we got a Ford F550 here.
So those are factory Ford upfitter switches. This allows us to hook up our extra components to a switched power source.
Okay.
So accessories that we have are front lighting. We can take a look at that in a minute. Air horn, backup camera. We have a two-wheel drive low option that we call it. In Colorado, there's a lot of tight switchbacks. It's nice to have the lower gearing, but your full steering capacity for those switchbacks. So we have the truck in 4-low for our gearing. You hit the two-wheel drive low switch and it disengages the front axle from the transfer case.
Okay.
So you're now two-wheel drive, but you have that low gearing.
Interesting.
And these trucks have really great turning. And with it being almost 30 feet long, you want to have your full turning radius for the truck. So, and then we repurpose the rear window switch. Since we no longer have the rear window, we have a motorized ham radio antenna on the roof that we can lower. So let's say we're storing the truck, pulling it in the garage, lower the antenna down, it's stowed, but when in use, you can raise it up.
Tell me about your lighting you've got in the front.
So we're using Baja Designs.
Okay.
We have a 50-inch curved LED light bar up front. We custom make this enclosure in-house. These are all welded joints that we fabricate. Pretty cool process. And then we have the XL80 Pros up here and the fog lights in the corner. So that's all Baja Design. This is our night vision camera here.
Okay.
A lot of people ask, you know, sounds pretty ridiculous. Why would you have a night vision camera on your truck? It's going to serve a couple purposes that I use right off the bat. One of them is seeing wildlife before you see it at night.
Yeah.
The other is if you're looking for a campsite, you pull in late at night, you have kind of orientations of what you remember. You're going to see those on the night vision and be able to recognize where you're at.
Sure.
We're using King shocks and Kelderman air ride.
Okay.
So that allows us to both have adjustability for on-road and off-road use, as well as leveling per corner for camping. These are our exterior door locks. If you're in an area, whether you're camping with the truck or you need to leave the truck, it allows you to put a hardened pin in here to prevent, you know, someone breaking the door handle off and opening the door. Now they have to break glass, try to crawl through the window.
Okay, so from like a driving perspective, the creature comforts, I mean, the ability to like pilot something like this, like they've really baked in a lot of really neat features. Just be patient. We're gonna get to the inside. I mean, the real inside where you're gonna be like living in this thing. But let's talk about exterior storage.
So we have our rear swing out storage boxes. This side is just purely for storage.
Okay.
It's gonna be nice for firewood, packing out garbage when you're done camping.
Sure.
Also our bike racks up top. Then we also have storage in the back of the camper. So up in this storage locker, we have an axe mount on the door. These are our wireless winch controllers. We got these out of warn. It's been probably about 2.5 years now. It's great not to have to deal with a wired winch
so
controller.
small and
Yep.
cute.
Yep. Up top we have master pull ropes. Just to the left of that we have our winch kit. So it's going to be our snatch blocks and recovery gear,
Yeah.
clevises, all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
And then in the lower compartment, we of course have our show stuff in here, but it's gonna be good storage for tool bags, any exterior accessories that you're gonna carry with you. When you open the top door, we have a fold out step from the bumper.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna give you good access up there. So on the spare tire, we have a little UTV winch right in the center there, and that's gonna help us bring the spare tire to the ground.
So how much is the spare tire? What's the weight?
Weight is 205 pounds.
So you need the help.
Yeah, you do need the help. Tucked in this corner, we have our bottle jack that is hydraulic, but it can be controlled via the onboard air system as well. So it's really nice. You place it underneath the axle, hook it up to the air system, open it up, and it's gonna jack up the truck.
So we didn't talk about that. It has onboard air. It's got a
Yep.
compressor built in, integrated into the system.
The compressor is mounted underneath the truck.
Okay.
We have a skid plate just underneath the rear bumper here. It's gonna be housed inside there.
Okay.
So we're running a Oasis 12-volt compressor
Okay.
and with a 5-gallon air tank.
So you just hook up your line here and run it around wherever.
Yeah, we actually have 4 points around the truck to hook it up. We
Oh,
have an
nice.
air truck front and rear and both sides.
Sweet.
So it's for ease of use, it's great. Also, if let's say you're on a busy road and you're trying to change a tire, you can go hook up to the side away from traffic, and it's going to be safer for you working on the truck. This side we have our exterior kitchen.
Okay.
So we have an infrared barbecue grill, cooktop on the left side here. We try to use every space that we have. So a little storage area here. This is also a small cutting board or serving board. And then we have a sink basin on this side, which we have a hot and cold water access on the corner here. So you have water access straight to the sink.
Okay.
And then this slides back. So we use this area for storage for propane. You got your barbecue tools. This also creates a nice surface when you're cooking. You can cut up, prep right here, cooking on the grill, and you got your drink spot here. Gotta have that. So this unit slides out. And then we got the grill inside there.
Nice. And then this is just more storage right here.
Yep, more storage there.
And this isn't your primary cooking, right? This is your secondary if you want to cook outside.
We got cooking inside as
So
well.
this is the thing that I have been waiting to see. We're gonna go check out the inside.
After you, go ahead. Yeah, so we were looking at the exterior, you know, rugged. Now we come into the interior and it's more refined. It's gonna be more comfortable. We want to put the creature comforts in to a rugged vehicle so you're comfortable off-road and traveling for long periods of time. Looking at our dish storage up here, we want to keep everything from rattling, moving around, braking on the trail, right? So everything has its space, foam inserts to keep it from rattling or touching each other. And then also that transfers back into our wine cabinet. So everything is padded back here, has its own spot. Wine glasses are up top, and this insert at the top, that's what's going to hold tension on the wine glasses while traveling, so that way they're not banging into each other. Moving to the interior kitchen area, we have induction cooktop, 2-burner, and then again everything has its place. So our silverware drawer, it's going to keep everything from rattling around in place. We have our knife storage just below. And then our nesting cookware in the bottom.
Let me see how these work. So we've got, so they're not going to open, but this, okay, so they,
yeah, once you push it in, it's going to latch from the top.
That's awesome.
And then we have granite countertops, so we do Corian or granite. We just did our first stainless countertop recently, which was great. Stainless countertop with stainless backsplash. We have multiple backsplash options. A lot of customers lately are asking for custom options that they have in their houses, and we'll transfer that into their trucks as well.
That's cool.
We do 2 different wood types inside the truck, maple and alder. There's going to be a maple gray wash. It's a pretty popular option. Once we started making this, people were buying it up like crazy.
Is that what this is?
Yep. And then we also do alder, and we'll do a non-distressed or distressed interior. So if you really like that, want to bring that rugged look from the outside of the truck inside, but still have it homey and warm, you can do like a medium brown alder interior distressed, much like a cabin type feel. This unit we run a microwave and convection, so you can preset your temperatures and use it like your home oven. Okay. So we actually did a Thanksgiving dinner for the shop out of our demo unit.
Nice.
Did turkey, potatoes on the cooktop, everything, pumpkin pie. So it was great.
And then looks like not quite a full-size fridge freezer, but as full-size as you wanted an RV, right?
Yeah, it's actually got quite a bit of room if you want to see inside. So we got freezer up top. Okay. Take a look at the fridge in the bottom.
Nice.
And again, nice latches that lock in place so nothing's shifting around inside the truck. All the back wall drawers are storage, so typically this is going to be where your clothing's going. Nice deep drawers. And then this is our closet area. In this unit we also have an espresso maker housed in there.
And the camera gear.
And the camera gear, yep. So we have a wet bath option here. It's gonna be, if you want to take a look inside, the shower bar is tucked in the back corner.
Okay.
We also have a medicine cabinet in there for all your toiletry storage. And we also have our heat and air conditioning ducted to the bathroom.
Yeah, you'd want that to be climate controlled?
Yeah. We have 5 different layouts for our trucks, ranging from a dinette, or if you want 2 benches on either side, depending on what your configuration is. So in this truck we have a dinette. This also folds down to a single bed. And then we have our bench seat on the side here, which is also a single bed. We have a platform that folds up in the cab. So if you are taller, your feet can stretch inside the cab.
So would the seat lower or?
It moves forward and then tilts forward.
Okay.
Yep. And then this is our main sleeping area up top. This is a king size bed. We have a few different configurations up top as far as storage or sleeping. So this one has a passenger side bunk cabinet. This is going to provide, you know, bedding storage, clothing storage. And then, so you can do it on one side, either side, or both sides. And then we have our entertainment options as well based on that decision. We have a 5-channel Bose system.
Okay.
So we got surround sound speakers in each corner of the camper. Then we have our swing out mount that we manufacture in-house with a Samsung 32-inch LED TV. So you can pivot it out and watch TV from this area. We also do a swing out and pivot so you can turn it around to the bed area. Now what's really nice is it also comes down into the main sitting area. This bench also reclines, so you can recline the bench, pop a movie in. And another configuration which is really nice, if you're working from the truck, pivot the TV and you have a workspace right here, so you can hook your computer. Yeah. We have some more storage underneath this dinette. Nice deep drawer, more camera gear. Underneath this bench is going to be our electronics area, so we have our inverter, breakers, fuses, all that good stuff. This is our main area of control for inside the camper for all our electronics. So we have our 120 volt systems, 12 volt systems. Again, this looks familiar from the cab. This is our vehicle systems monitor, so we can monitor everything from both cab and camper. And then we have our air conditioners, heating controls, hot water heater. Our air heater and water heater are controlled with diesel fuel. Okay. So it allows us to use one source of fuel for the camper, both truck and heating systems. And the heaters are very efficient. They're very low power usage and very low fuel usage. So
okay.
This is our entertainment cabinet here. We have our Bose system here, DirecTV, DVD, Blu-ray player, Apple TV, and a Sirius radio. So we have an antenna on top for the satellite. We also have Wi-Fi on board, okay, which has been great out in this area because we haven't had any service out in this, but we have internet in this truck.
Is that through the DirecTV?
No, that's a separate unit. That's a Cradle Point unit.
I've never heard of Cradle Point.
Yeah.
Is it a satellite internet kind of deal, or?
It's actually cell-based, but since we have external antennas on the roof,
amplifies?
It amplifies it. So we could do AT&T, Sprint, or Verizon.
Is there anything that we haven't covered or that we're forgetting?
I can show you inside the control cabinet here. We call it the upper electrical cabinet.
Okay.
So one thing we're really proud of is we like to make everything look beautiful on the outside, but also inside behind the cabinets. Everything is clean, tidy. Again, we don't want things moving around for off-road use.
Steve Jobs.
Yep, everything is routed, kept clean, nice and tight. So it's nothing's getting damaged with off-road use. We do build these trucks to be rugged and used off-road. One of the things about our campers is we want them to be 4-season units. So a lot of insulation goes into the camper to prevent, freezing, or even in hot weather, you want to keep that out. So we have window shades at the bottom here. They're going to have reflective material on the back side to reflect either cold temperatures or hot temperatures. And then we also have systems on board. Let's say we're camping in really cold temperatures. We need to keep that water from freezing. So we have recirculation systems, we have heating systems to prevent that from happening.
Okay.
So these trucks are rated down to about -30 degrees and then upwards of 120 when you're in the desert. We have AC systems and ventilation systems
that are adequate.
Control the temperature, yeah.
So I'm seeing something right over here above the bed.
This is just a roof hatch. So this is going to be a roof access as well.
Got it.
But it's really great at night for stargazing, laying in bed, relaxing, or if you're a photographer on the road and want to get that perspective view from up above the truck, you can take pictures from up above.
Is that your only roof access, or is there a ladder on the outside?
We do have a ladder in the storage. On top of the roof, we have a 5-panel solar array. That's going to provide 1,200 watts of solar power. We actually just got new panels in that increase, so we're going to be at 1320 on all of the newer trucks. So that's really important to us as part of being off-grid. We want to have good power sources for the truck. So power storage, we run 4 AGM batteries, and we're a little over 1,000 amp hours on our battery bank.
Wow.
We also, the systems that we use, we want to make sure they're the most efficient as possible. So LED lighting, 12-volt fridge is very low amperage draw. And then we have that solar access. So right now we're actually charging on solar. We're getting 28 amps.
Wow.
We're capable of about 75, 80 amps. While you're driving, you'll be charging both from the truck and solar. So yeah, you now have 2 charging sources while you're driving.
Maybe someday I'll have some genius idea that will afford me the discretionary income to be able to buy one of these amazing, incredible overland rigs. But for today, just like probably most of you, I'll just have to keep dreaming. I want to personally thank the team at EarthRoamer and especially Spencer for spending so much time with me at Overland Expo East. I hope you enjoyed this movie as much as I enjoyed editing it. I mean, I'm still mind blown at how incredible this thing is. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm still excited. Also, for more information about EarthRoamer, links also in the description. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. And by the way, you may notice that things look a little bit different. I am no longer in Florida, but I'm in Park City. And it's snowing like crazy outside, and I wish I had my truck with me. Check it out.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Look, snow. Said they got like 3 inches of snow last night, so too bad I'm not doing any skiing, but good for them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. Just like I said earlier, if you're not subscribed, please support us by subscribing. Click that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified whenever we release new content, and make sure you hit the like button and visit our swag store if you want some of the shirts that we have, not this shirt, but if you want some of the shirts and hoodies and all that other crap, links in the description.